When we began, there were so many barriers for women.
If you can impact one girl and she impacts other people, well, then you are multiplying the impact.
Any challenge that we have in front of us as a community, as a collective community, the solutions sit at the feet of women.
If we can just impact one girl,
And we are the caretakers of our economy.
who knows where that could lead?
We are the caretakers of our family. I definitely didn't want to stand on the sidelines. I wanted to be an active participant and be involved and be a part of the solution.
Less than 2% of charitable funds go toward specific foundations focused on women and girls. 2% is not a lot of money.
That reflects a chronic underinvestment. It's been that way since we began reporting and calculating the numbers. So when I think about that, what that means for our communities.
When women and girls feel like the world is open to them and they have the opportunity to achieve their potential in life, the whole society benefits. The reason that I decided to focus on gender equity is because it resonates with me personally, given that I am a woman that came up in a very traditional male-dominated field. It's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I certainly have faced over the course of my career. This is where I felt that I could have the most impact because I've experienced it firsthand.
148 years ago, a group of courageous women founded the YWCA. And here we stand today, and I think about what do we need to move forward? It's this idea of sustainability. How do we sustain the inspiration behind this mission with dollars? I'm a kid of the South Side. I'm a young woman, and I want to empower the next generation of women behind me because women and girls are at the center of every challenge that our communities face. How to pay for rent, how to afford health care and food, and all the other necessities, making sure that children grow up healthy and can thrive. They're also thinking about a crisis that we're having in mental health right now. 60% of teen girls have feelings of sadness, isolation. Too often, women are survivors of some form of assault, some sort of violent act. And when I think about those things collectively, unless we solve those things, we will not move forward as a society. The problems that women and girls experience are all of our problems. I also think about trust. That's what I love about many of the donors of the YWCA. They love this mission to empower women. So they trust that an organization like the YWCA has those relationships in the community, those tentacles. What can be helpful and what do we need?
It's about trust, right? These are long-term strategic relationships that I think about. We want to understand the organizations that we're supporting. We get to know the director or the leader, as well as some of the staff. I want to understand more about the impact that they have, and I want to understand how our mission at the Bull House Foundation relates to that. And so when you can develop that trust and think about this as a long-term relationship, I think that really helps us feel confident that the funds that we're directing are being used in the way that we want them used.
And then they do a phenomenal job of listening. That is an underutilized competency sometimes, listening, but our donors really do take the time to sit down with us, to listen.
When we first established the Bull House Foundation, we wanted to understand the different charitable organizations within our community. So we went on a listening tour to understand where we might be able to have impact. At every board meeting, we allot 15 minutes. Doesn't sound like a lot of time, but it's the perfect amount of time to have a leader of a particular organization that we're supporting to come and talk to us. And they talk about the impact that we're having and the work that they're doing and the lives that they're touching. It's inspiring.
Endowments are so important. They are a lifeline for nonprofit organizations. It fuels vision and strategy. We want to have relationships with donors.
When I think about foundation versus one-off giving, I think about partnerships. I think about really getting to understand the different associations and organizations that we want to fund, understand what impact they want to have, and get to know them over time so that you can feel more closely aligned with their mission and understand the impact that you personally can have.
At the YWCA, we appreciate all gifts. And I appreciate the smallest of gifts when we have hundreds and thousands of donors who care about this mission, they are part of the community, and they care so much that they want to give. So that could be a $50 gift, a $100 gift, because it's a reflection of our ability to mobilize the community behind this mission. I also love major gifts, $100,000 or more, $250,000 or more. They're like freedom gifts, right? They give us the freedom as nonprofit leaders to make the right decisions for the organizations, to fund the programs adequately. It does so much to invest in our people. We want to pay fair wages. We want to make sure that employees get benefits. And those transformational gifts that are 6 figures or 7 figures, those gifts help us do this. So I think if we want to move the needle on the 2%, trust women and girl-led organizations, listen to them, and let's together think about collective care and what that means for our communities. The quantitative data is extremely important. The number of people we serve, their satisfaction with our programs, whether or not they were able to acquire a job and retain it. But what's the transformative part that we love sharing with our donors is the qualitative data, the story of that individual on their journey and how they've continued to grow and thrive. That's where real transformation lies.
When I was 5 years old, I grew up in a family of 10 kids. We were in the bottom financially. Many of the clothes that I had, I got from the Salvation Army. And I remember a day in school getting called into the hallway. The reason I was called into the hallway was because I was going to be receiving a sweater that someone had made. It was given to me in a way where I felt special, not needy. It was, we're giving this sweater to you because you're special. And I believed it, and I'm 5 years old. That had an impact on me. So when I think about joy, that's what I think about. I think about how to give so that the person receiving it feels special. And so when I think about impact, I always have that story in my mind.